with celebs, pull up loco. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, for service beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. You know we're always here, man, daily. Always here with the Man United news, no days off. Let's get it, man. Smash the likes, my people, man. Subscribe if you're new. You know the whole shebang. Let me set this phone up. So any sort of bombers that come through, I'll give it to you lot straight away. No long thing. Cool, let's get it, man. Loads to talk about, man. Fabrizio Romano, Chris Wheeler, Nathan Salt. Everything's going on. Boom. So let's start off here. This came at 23 hours ago. The shortlist has been cut down to 3 names only. So obviously, man was sitting there stressed, thinking, what's going on? What's happened to my boy Baleba? You know what I'm saying? Baleba's one of man's guys. Like, it's been saying every minute, all the talks were coming out. We're still in for Baleba. We're still looking at him. What's happening with him? And then bam, I'm going to show you lot in a second what's going on with Baleba. But look at that. It's been cut down. There's a lot of people that's in the name. They pull it in 2 groups, and that's the situation. So basically, this is the first group. There's this group, which is the baller. You go and get your baller, and then you go and get your defensive midfielder. So basically, someone's going to be going band for band with Kobe majority of the games, but some games they might play together. If we're going against a team that's in the relegation zone or something, we can get 2 guys on, like a Wharton or Manu. Do you know what I'm saying? But what they've done is they've got 2 different groups, which is one group that's going to have the player like Tonali, Anderson or Wharton. And then the other group is going to have your destroyer, someone that's going to win the ball back and run with it or something. You get it? These man, they see these man as progressive. Wharton is a progressive passer. Anderson, he's a box-to-box. He's back and forth. So they're seeing this is someone that's probably going to swap with Manu in the team. They might start over Manu, and then Manu might play sometimes or not all the time. It shouldn't really matter. But Baleba, João Gomez, there's a few of them there on the other side. So it's split in 2. That's the situation. So Man United have cut their midfield list into 3 names. This is our main 3 when it comes to who we're going to go for first. And for us to turn around and cut it down to 3 names, it shows that we're kind of comfortable that, wait a minute, we can actually get these names. Because why would we not just keep everybody in there? The fact that we're not keeping everyone in there, we're saying, yo, we've already spoke to the main 3 that we want on that side of things, and we're happy. So it is where it is. So that's the situation. It's Anderson, there's all these talks about, is he going to go to Manchester City? They seem like they're the best suited for him at this moment. What's his name? Ben Jacobs keeps coming out every minute and saying, it's not true. It's not done yet. It's not done. People keep talking about Anderson's done. It's not done yet. Forget all of that. It's not done. So we don't know what's really going on with Anderson, if it's done or not. But for him to be in the final shortlist, we know Tonali wants to leave. We know that Wharton's more or less going to leave. Do you know what I'm saying? Anderson's definitely going to leave, but we thought he was going to go to Man City. So we don't know. So Ben Jacobs is saying it's not done. And I got some new news that I'm going to show you lot in a second as well. But yeah, man. So the midfield thing is heating up and everyone's thinking, what's going on? And look at that. Sky Sports has come out today. Sky Sports Leo is very good. He knows a thing or two. And he's came out and said, Sky Sports News has been told Elliot Anderson is in no rush to sort out his future before the World Cup. There have been no conversations yet with agents or other clubs. Arsenal, Man City and Man United are monitoring the situation. I haven't heard Arsenal monitoring him at all. And why would Arsenal be involved? Then they've got Rice, Zubamendi, Marino. They've got so much players that can play in that midfield role anyway. So I don't think they will be involved in that. That don't make no sense. It'd be too expensive for them. And where would he even play? It don't even make any sense. But still, he said that he isn't entertaining no one until after the World Cup. And what did I just show you lot? I literally just showed you just now. Ben Jacobs himself. Man City are genuine competition with Man United. There's no advanced talks and there's no clear player preference yet. He hasn't let us know yet where he wants to go. It's all talk. It's just people guessing. But progress has stalled out of respect of Anderson. He's prioritizing the relegation. He's trying to get them out of there, Nottingham Forest. And obviously, he'll delay decisions until after the World Cup or pick a club early to focus on the tournament. So no one knows what he's going to do, but it seems like he's going to do one or the other, but he hasn't let it be known what he wants yet. Nothing is moving now. Clarity may not come until late April or early May. So right now, he's trying to get out of relegation. I don't want to be talking about Man United. Imagine that. He's sitting there with his team trying to get out of relegation, and then there's talk saying Anderson's agreed personal terms with Man United. They're going to be looking at him and saying, "Bruv, you don't want to be here. Why? You're going anyway." So even if you agree to, even if you get us out here or not, why are we even going to pick you, the manager? He's going to say, you're going anyway, regardless. So he just wants, yo, no noise. Let me just do what I've got to do with my team. Get out of there. And then maybe we can do a bit of talking. So that's the situation with Anderson, man. Anderson is not solidified. And that's why he's made the final three. Ben Jacobs said it a few days ago, 18th of March. And then today, literally at 12 o'clock, 4 hours ago or whatever, Sky Sports Leo said the same thing. Like, yo, there's nothing going on there. Boom, boom, boom. He doesn't know where he wants to go yet. Everyone keeps saying Man City, but we don't know. And as you can see, look, it's unlikely that we will move for Bruno Guimaraes as Newcastle wants to keep him. So Newcastle want him to stay. He's 28. They're going to want at least 80 million. I don't think we're going to go and pay that. You know Ineos already, what they're on. They don't usually go for man that are 28 in the first place. So for them to go out, if they drop the price, I think maybe we turn around and go, all right, cool, we'll take him. But if they're not dropping the price, Newcastle hate us. They got this mad beef of us that we don't know why. Who's that team we call United? You know what they're on. So it's never going to happen. So we've reduced the shortlist. Remember, there was a lot of people on this midfield list. You know, we had Stiller, João Gomez, got Gallagher. There was so much midfielders involved in this list. And now it's just really, look at this. Look at this one. This came out in October. October, look at the list, how lengthy it was. Andre Santos was on it. Stiller, Conor Gallagher. We haven't heard them three names in ages. Literally. Them three names have gone missing. Gallagher's obviously gone Tottenham. Stiller. I ain't heard Stiller's name in ages. Who's he even linked with? The last I heard, he was linked with Madrid as well. But, bro, he's been quiet. Andre Santos, the manager was rating him at Chelsea, but he's not really rating him anymore. So I don't know what's going on. But this is the three that it's ended up with. Wharton, Tonali, and Anderson. And obviously, Baleba, we don't know what's going on. We're sitting there saying, blood, why is Baleba not on the list? I thought we looked at him last month. When you look at Baleba, everyone's been coming out and saying that Man United done a little check on him last month. We're still in for him, blah, blah, blah. As you can see here from Sully, there was talks about a price drop. Apparently, his price dropped to 70 million or something like that. That's what was being said before. And then obviously, Sully came out and said, yo, we checked on his agents last month. 18th of March, and then the 19th of March, a day later, Sammy Mokbel, who is also reliable, came out and said the same thing. Yo, we checked on his agents last month. So everyone was saying that Man United checked on his agents last month. And then when you look at it, Andy Mitten come out and said the same thing on the 23rd. Man United have been monitoring Baleba still, and then bam, as you can see, Nathan Salt, who obviously has put the three-man shortlist, him and Chris Wheeler, has said, yo, Baleba is viewed as separate to the three-man shortlist to replace Casemiro, Tonali, and Wharton. He falls into the second midfielder category. So we already know we've kind of got him. So let me show you, let me break it down for those that don't know. There's two categories, as you can see. There's two categories. There's the category that's going to go band for band with Mainu, and then there's a category that's going to replace Casemiro. Remember, we've already got Ugarte. Ugarte's a destroyer. If Ugarte leaves, we replace him as well. But for a destroyer, someone that's going to run and just get the ball, what Casemiro does, Baleba is the chosen one for that role. And then the 8 could be Anderson, Wharton, and they're going to have to battle it out with Mainu. They're probably going to play it over Mainu, but they're probably going to say it as battle it out with Mainu. So two midfielders are coming in regardless. So that's a situation. So Baleba is in the destroyer role where we've already got him, basically. He's there. And then we've just got, who can we get out? Anderson, Tonali, or Wharton. That's the situation. So Baleba and then out of them three. So that's the situation. That's how it's going to work. So we've more or less got Baleba anyway. And as you can see, this has come out today from Sky Sports Leo. Baleba was Man United's top midfield target in January, and the club remained very interested in tying to sign him before the World Cup. You see it in the title. You know I don't do clickbait. Baleba before the World Cup. Baleba is seen by United as an ideal 6 type midfielder who can fill the void set to be left by departing Casemiro and providing a strong foundation and build on the rest of the window. So, and a second new addition with midfield later on. United hope that with a drop-off in form, the valuation will not be as steep this time, and they would like to make a statement signing, preferably in midfield, before the World Cup begins simultaneously. So Baleba's up there, man. We want him, man, regardless. We had a little check on him last month. We already agreed terms with him last year. We agreed terms with him already. So we don't even need to do much. And I think Ben Jacobs came out the other day and said that. He said, listen, with Baleba, they've already agreed terms with him from last year. So they've already just sat back. They just keep checking on him to let him know, you're a big man. We're coming for you, don't worry. We are still going to come for you. We ain't forgot about you. We just keep reminding him. But Baleba is more or less there. And you got to remember something. When you look at the other three anyway, Anderson, Wharton, etc., and Tonali, cool. Tonali wants to go back to Italy. Yeah, there's all them talks that Tonali wants to go back to Italy, but no Italy clubs will be able to pay 80 million or whatever. So they can't get Tonali. He gave himself to Arsenal. So Arsenal could come in for him and he says yes to them. Someone else could come in for him. He's not destined for Man United. He's not a Man United fan. He can end up going anywhere. That's my point with Tonali. Anderson, there's all these talks about City being the front runner. No one knows what's going to happen. Do you understand? There's all this chat. So is he going to pick us? He's going to pick City. City can offer him bigger wages. I think he's already on 100k or something. So City are offering 300k to Guy and all these guys. They can go out there and give him a mad wage straight away. We've got a wage structure that we don't want to break. Then you've got Wharton. Liverpool want Wharton. So all of these players, every single one of them, Tonali, we don't know where he'll end up. He wants to go back to Italy. Anderson, there's talks about Man City. Wharton, there's talks about Liverpool and Champions League. Remember, Wharton and Anderson, they're on some, if you don't even get Champions League, don't even talk to me. They're on some bougie thing. If you're not even in the Champions League, don't even come and chat to me. Simple as that. Baleba, he wanted us when we was on our face, bro. This is why I think it's done. Because we finished 15th. We finished 15th, signed Cunha, signed Mbumo, signed Sesko. He said, I want to come. I don't care. Brighton finished on top of us. Think about the ambition level, like some of these people. Oh, I'm not going there. Look at them. They're in the dust. We could have ended up like Tottenham. Look at Kudus. Kudus left West Ham, came to Tottenham, and then they're in the relegation zone still. Like nothing's really upgraded in your life. You're not going to say, all you got to do is play Champions League. That's it. Baleba said, I don't care that Brighton's doing a bit better. We're a better, well-run club. I want to go to Manchester United. It affected him. He's had a shit season, etc. The only thing we can see, obviously, is if his price drops. So we still want him. We're still asking for him. We know what we can see in him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's a situation where we just want Baleba, and that's all. But we can see something in him when we're saying, listen, Baleba is the guy that we want, and we're not going to stop going for him. It is what it is. So that's the situation with that, man. So just to make it clear, this is a 3-man shortlist for the midfielder that's going to probably be at 8. Do you know what I'm saying? That's going to be going up and down or whatnot. And then you're going to have Baleba as the 6 with Ugarte. It's looking like Ugarte will leave. So we go get another 6. So we got 2 6s. We got Baleba and someone that he can actually battle the 6 role with. Maybe we go get Agumi. We have Baleba and Agumi going band for band. We got bare games. That's what seems like might happen. But Mainu's going to have to go band for band, probably with an Anderson or Tonali, etc. That's depth, and we got to get used to it. Phil Foden, how long did he play in that final the other day? He came on for at least 15 minutes max. I could call that off my head. Let me look at it and look. 15 minutes max. It was, look at that. I've gone mad. 1 minute is all he played against the final. Do you think Man City fans are crying? Do you think they're going crazy? Oh my God, why are they not playing Phil Foden? Bro, we need to get out of this carroting thing out of our head, bro. It's depth. Just have the depth. We don't care who plays. And let's go. Look at my man's minutes, bro, in the last couple of games. Nothing against Madrid. 16 minutes. Nothing. 11 minutes. 77. Nothing. 3. 65. That's Phil Foden, Manchester City boy. Him and O'Reilly are the only Manchester City boys. So we need to get that in our head because a lot of people are gassed up with this Mainu thing. We can't get... Where's Mainu going to play, though? Bro, we need to get ready for depth. You see Arsenal, they went out there and got 6 wingers. All together, they've got 6 wingers, and then they had to let go of Nwaneri. That's what we've got to be on, where we've got so much players, you don't even know who's going to start. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's the situation with the midfielders, man. Baleba is in his own category where we're going for him regardless, it seems like. And then you've got Wharton, Anderson, or Tonali is the other section. So who knows what's going to happen, which one we're going to end up going for. We'll see. Bruno Guimaraes obviously is saying that he's a bit too old. We don't know. But apparently Newcastle are open to selling him if he comes back after the World Cup and says, I want to leave. But right now, he said, I don't want to talk about no new contract. All I want to do is focus on getting fit and then focus on the World Cup, basically. So he don't even care about Newcastle right now. He's not even talking about that. So that's a situation with the midfielders, to put that to bed quickly. So we'll see what will happen there. So that's come out there. And then, boom, we spoke about this left back now. So where we keep getting linked with him, man, and it's coming out left, right, and centre now, and it's hitting home now. This started from German sources at first. Man United are monitoring him. Man United are scouting him. Now, everyone's talking about us looking at him. So this is Nathaniel Brown. I don't really know him too much. I've never really watched Frankfurt like that. I've watched a few comps, but I don't like going off comps, because comps, everybody looks good. Højlund's got a comp. Onana's got a comp. Every single player has got a comp where they look like the best player ever. So when I look at him, look, he plays in a lot of positions. He can play as a left back, left wing back, left mid, left winger. He's 22 years old. He can play as a right back as well. And he's in the greens, man. He's doing well. 4 goals, 4 assists. But like I said, he's okay. He doesn't seem like anything special to me. I don't see him taking players on or anything like that. But he does seem like a player that he's got a good ceiling. Like he can, you know what I'm saying? He can get a good training and then he can be on something. So like I said, it's come out from left, right, and centre. Look how much times we've been linked with this geezer. We've been linked with him since November last year. Look at that. Frankfurt left back is a Man United's radar. November 15th. Petterberg, he's a German journalist. I only believe him when it comes to German news. When it's not German news, I don't believe him. When he talks about Premier League clubs only, that's when he's talking rubbish. But when he's talking about players in the German league, I get it. So he's meant to be on Real Madrid's list as well, etc. Man United scouts are looking at him January, February, March, 60 million euros, which will be about 52 million pounds. I don't know if we're going to have that much money to spend on a left back, but I don't know. You never know with this Ineos. You know what I'm saying? So left back, 52 million, Nathaniel Brown, he's on our radar. Liverpool, like I said, we've been linked with him since November. This is March 18th. And then this is 23 hours ago. And then this is, look, 4 hours ago. Daniel has come out 4 hours ago. He works for Sky Sports, and he's saying Man United are looking at a new left back, and they're holding an interest in Lewis Hall and Nathaniel Brown. Lewis Hall, bro, they're going to want an arm and a leg for him as well. I don't know if he even leaves. So Nathaniel Brown's in there. Nathan Salt saying it, and so is Daryl Khan. So which one is it, bro? You know what I'm trying to say? But we've been linked with a lot of left backs in the last couple of days. Like I said, we got linked with, is it Alphonso Davis? We got linked to Miles Skelly. We're getting linked with left backs, left, right, and centre. So maybe we really are in for a left back, because the way we're getting linked with him, 23rd of March, look at that, 2 days ago, we're looking at Alphonso Davis, blah, 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 March the 16th. But this guy's injury prone. He's all injured now. He's only played 8 games this season. So I don't know what's going to happen, man. But Lewis Hall is a baller, 100%. If there's someone I can take from Newcastle, it'll probably be Lewis Hall. Like, out of all of them, I swear to you. Lewis Hall and Tonali, ballers. So Lewis Hall, we've been linked to him as well, but it's been nothing special. It's been nothing crazy. It's not been from any good sources apart from today, which is Daryl Khan. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. But Lewis Hall, let's have a look at Lewis Hall and what he's been keeping up with. Because obviously we watch football with our eyes, so we already know this guy's a baller, but let's look at what he's been getting up to. I see him, I think he assisted 2 goals against Barca, He's not really in there with the goals and assists. 21 years old, baller, man. So cold, man. As you can see, he had a bad game against Barcelona, of course. Look at that, terrible. But he's hit and miss, man. But, bruv, he's a good player, man. He's definitely a good player, Lewis Hall. But I don't know, man. I can't see us doing that. It'll be too expensive. But Nathaniel Brown, he's 22 million. Sorry, 52 million, which is, I think, is crazy. 52 million. So we'll see what happens. But that's the left-back situation. We definitely want a left-back. That's one of the positions that came out that we're looking at. So we'll see. Man United are also assessing the striker market ahead of the summer window because Zerbi departure is looking increasingly likely. So that's 4 positions I've just told you. Remember, I told you in the thumbnail, 7 new signings it's looking like. This is what's coming out. So Zerbi's looking like he's going to leave. He was going to leave in January, but we had too much injuries, and of course we had the boys at AFCON. So he was always going to go. None of the managers really rate him. They barely give him any minutes. come on, it goes without saying that he's going to leave. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it just goes without saying. You just can see Zerbi leaving. Like, we had all of this in January. Roma was very close to signing him. As you can see, Fabrizio Romano came out and said, Man United have closed the doors because of Roma. Roma wanted him so bad. It was so close. Look, this is Zerbi sideline, his last game. If things move quickly, there's a significant chance he joins Roma. Roma ended up signing Daniel Marlon from Aston Villa, but they still want him apparently. So this is the situation. And obviously Fabrizio Romano himself came out and said that there's a lot of concrete evidence, concrete talks going on for him in the background. So Joshua Zerbi, look at that, Fabrizio Romano, look at that. January the 29th, Roma, Juventus, other Italian clubs keep inquiring about Joshua Zerbi as they look to sign a striker. Man United are currently keeping the door shut, but if they open it, Serie A clubs are going to act quick. So just do the maths. If that's on the end of the January window where we was like, no, we're not letting him go right now because we still need our players. Summer, as soon as it starts, you can go now, Zerbi. Peace. That's what it's going to be. Literally, that's what it's going to be. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Look at that, Man United only want 21.6 million to sell Zerbi. Zerbi's eyeing a summer exit. This is what's been going on. But the big dog, Fabrizio Romano, came out literally 5 days ago and just put it to bed and said, listen, Zerbi wants to leave. Several Premier League clubs are interested as well as Italian clubs. So he's definitely gone. There's no two ways about it. He's definitely missing. So that just goes to show, basically, as soon as Zerbi goes, we're going to replace him with someone that can go band for band with Sesko. I don't think we're going to go and spend loads of money. It might be someone for like 30 million or something. Someone that's a little gem. He's got a little potential. We've been linked with a few strikers. Etta Young, I think that was, we're linked with. But yeah, so we're looking at someone. We're having internal recruitment meetings now to start to advance over the coming weeks. So we already know Zerbi's gone. We don't rate him. Italian clubs want him. Premier League clubs want him. He's definitely missing. All right, let's get to business now. Let's start doing this. And Fabrizio has basically said the same thing. He wants to leave. The door is shut. Bam, it's over. Look at that. Zerbi wants to change club in the summer. He will remain professional and focus on helping United until the end of the season, but he's expected to leave in the summer. He's gone. Simple as that. Juventus are monitoring him. It's just gone mad. So that's the situation, man. If Zerbi goes, of course, we're going to go for a new striker. And when you look at the strikers that we've been linked with, we ain't been linked with a lot of strikers because we wasn't in for anyone. But this is the guy that we've been looking at. Etta Young, Ben Jacobs has come out and said that we've been looking at him, Man United. His name's come up a few times, basically, that Man United are looking at him. Barcelona's meant to be in there as well. It's only 30 million euros. That's about 26 million pounds. That's the same price as Rashford, literally, 26 million pounds. So Man United are monitoring Levante striker, Etta Young. Look, it's everywhere. Sport, Barcelona, they're in there as well. Ben Jacobs, 24th of January. This is what's going on. So I reckon we go for someone like this that's cheap, got potential. Sesko, you could be the number one. Remember, we still got Konya that can play up front. Mbumo. Zerbi's literally a body that barely gets to play right now. He's just on the bench just in case, but he barely gets... If someone gets injured, Zerbi will play. I don't think Zerbi will play if someone don't get injured. That's what he basically is. So I reckon we go for someone like him. This is the forward that we're linked with. But you never know. Like I said, Ineos, they're so weird. They'll just surprise you, and go for someone mental that you would never expect. So it is where it is. We're looking at the striker market now. We're in there. That's another position. 5 positions now. Crazy. The stadium is on course now to hit its target for 2035. So obviously Colette, her name is, she came out yesterday and started saying basically, we've started talks. It's been progressing because they was having talks about some rail line and it acted up. They wanted 400 million for that rail line. They're saying, bro, it's worth 40 million. So now they're having positive talks and they're going to update us in a couple months. Now it's finally going to start. I don't know. A lot of people are saying it's PR. It's never going to start. It's always been bullshit. Who knows, man? We'll end up seeing if something actually comes from it. But that's the new stadium talks. And that's the little update on that. We move on to the next positions, of course. So we're monitoring the next striker, Baleba, boom, boom, boom. This is the thing now. Look at this. So Michael Carrick has made the cut to the last bit of the. He's made the shortlist for the final 3, basically, when it comes to the managers. So we know that we wanted a world-class manager that's got that's Prem proven. That's what we wanted. A world-class manager that's Prem proven. And you can't get that because Thomas Tuchel is not about, he signed a new contract. Ancelotti, same thing. He signed a new contract. He said, I'm cool. So as you can see, I'm going to go to the bottom and I'll come back up. The feeling inside the club is that Carrick has outperformed his Premier League contenders like Glasner, Marco Silva, Unai Emery, and Thomas Frank. And when you actually think about it, he's beat all four of them. He's beat all four of them anyway. He beat Glasner the other day when they got the red card. He beat Marco Silva when we beat Fulham 3-2. He beat Emery. We won 3-1, was it? Whatever it was. Thomas Frank, he beat him as well. They got a red card. So, but he's just come in and he's just steadied the ship and he's just doing what he needs to do. He's got one loss in like 11. It can only go it can't go any worse than that. Like you couldn't have hoped for something worse than that. And you've had Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City, some big games. So Michael Carrick has only 2 rivals left for his job. These are the only 2 options that we can even consider. And that's Luis Enrique and Julian Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann is at the German World Cup with Germany. So we can't do nothing until that finishes. And if he goes to the latter stages, we might not even have time for a pre-season with the manager. Because by the time that's finishing, we've got like a month left till the season starts. So that's the situation with Nagelsmann. Luis Enrique, there's no real evidence that's come out that he wants to leave PSG. That's the situation with that. No real evidence has come out. So everyone's sitting there. Is he going to leave? Is he not? Everyone keeps saying they want him to leave. And we are in for him. We definitely want him. He's probably our top choice. If we can get him, he comes straight away. There's been talks about Luis Enrique for ages that he wants to join a Premier League club one day. But nothing recently like, yep, I want to leave now. Obviously, he had 1 year left on his deal or something, but he hasn't signed it, and we haven't said anything. We haven't basically bribed him to not sign it as well. Like, there's a lot of talk coming out that's rubbish. But as you can see, we've been linked with him for ages. January the 13th, Man United have made Luis Enrique their main targets. Blah, blah, blah. This was the 4. Poch, we're not really rating him. He's more linked to Spurs. Ancelotti signed a new deal. Glasner spazzed out since then. Remember, January, Glasner was in a good place, and then he spazzed out. Macclesfield, he started moving mad, trying to get himself sacked. All you gave us was PTSD for Amrin. That's what Amrin done and got himself sacked. So obviously, Luis Enrique, look at that. Glasner falling down the list. Boom, that was in January. Tuchel signed a new deal. So as you can see, it's fake news that he's available in the summer. He's got 1 more year left. He wants to come to the Premier League one day, but we just don't know if he's ever going to come, if it's now. But he's very high on Man United shortlist. This came out, look, a week ago. Permanent head coach. However, there's skepticism if he's ready to leave PSG. Why is he ready to leave? No one knows. So we don't know what's going to happen with Enrique, but he's obviously, Enrique says he wants the Man United job. He's the Man United manager tomorrow. It's simple as that. And no one would say anything to that. But Enrique don't seem like he's going to come. Nagelsmann, it's because of the World Cup, the pre-season and all of that. I know he's close to Vivell, so maybe. So it seems that it could go Carrick's way. And then, of course, on top of that as well, Carrick's already here and he's doing good things. So if you go and get rid of him and we get an ex-manager and it goes left, they're going to look at you and say, bro, you should have just kept Carrick. See what I'm trying to say? So it is where it is. And then on top of that, Roberto De Zerbi, who was on Man United shortlist, he was up there on the list. But it's believed the interest from Old Trafford has cooled and De Zerbi's camp are under the impression that he is no longer a candidate. Myth. You see him in a thumbnail with X in his face. He's not a candidate no more. Let me tell you something. You knew he wasn't a candidate anyway because he done the same thing. He started spazzing out, doing all of that crazy stuff as well. He lost to what happened? He lost with Marseille. He got kicked out of the Champions League with Marseille, and then he offered to quit. Like, what manager what are you doing? Like the same thing Amrin was doing with Grimsby. Oh, these players have shown what they want. They don't want me here, bro. It's too emotional. So he tried to quit. Oh, I want to quit. They told him, no, bro, don't quit. Wait till the summer, if anything. He said, all right, no problem. I'll wait till the summer. He went 2 games after that, lost to Liverpool, 3-0, something else. Got spanked by PSG 5-0, and then said, yeah, I'm done. So we can't have someone that's that reactionary, bro, that you can go lose 5-0 and just quit the next day. So De Zerbi's already off the list. And De Zerbi's a walking time bomb anyway. You just know De Zerbi. He could just spaz out at any sort of time. Like I said, you could just wake up tomorrow. He could be a Man United manager for 6 months. Everything's going fine. He's having the same run as Carrick. You wake up in the morning one day, the Zerbi's been sacked because he had an argument with Sir Jim or something. Like, it just goes without saying. So it is where it is. And obviously the talk with the Zerbi is that it's most likely going to be something with the Tottenham job. Look, the Zerbi is ready to get his hands dirty and take on the Tottenham job immediately as the club consider sacking interim Tudor. I reckon if the Zerbi goes there now, they definitely get relegated. Because how are they going to be able to play that football that he wants to play now? And the Zerbi's not a man that he's not a man that plays this, yo, I'm going to counter-attack. Now, he plays that football. The football that he plays is the same football. It's the only thing he knows, and he's stubborn. So if he goes there now and tries to play that football now with them players with low on confidence, trying to learn how to do the tiki-taka passing and all that, play at the back with them goalkeepers as well, allow it. Forget about it. So I don't know what happens, but the Zerbi is off the list. He's a myth. It's not happening anymore. So it leaves us with only Carrick, Nagelsmann, or my man. Carrick, Nagelsmann, and who's the other geezer? Luis Enrique. But I don't think Luis Enrique is going to take it. I think he's happy at PSG. I think he knows in his head, though, he can win the PSG league, win the French league 100 times with PSG. He won't be considered as a legend. It's only when he wins the Champions League a few times. You get it? If you're a PSG manager. If you're a PSG manager, it's like your thing is just win the Champions League. Because that league there, it's nothing. Liga. Everyone wins that. That's nothing. Do you understand? It's just like the German league with Bayern. Company will probably win that every year. But if you go and win the Champions League, yo, you're a serious manager. You see what I'm trying to say? So we'll see what happens, man. But this is the situation with the managers. Smash the likes, my people, man. Subscribe if you're new. I'm going to get these comments in a minute, these chats. Make sure you're smashing the like, man. No haterade today, man. You know we're always here with the Man United news. So the Zerbi, as you can see in the thumbnail, he's got an X on his face. He is no longer a candidate. We're done with him. And these are the only candidates left. Marco Silva, walking time bomb as well. He spazzes out a lot. Glasner spazzes out. Emery, I'm not too sure. Thomas Frank, forget about it. Never going to happen. It's crazy. Baleba, my favourite player. I am a Baleba. Starkey, you chat about him every day, big man. What about Tonali, though? Tonali, I'll show you a lot of stuff about Tonali still, but he's on the list. He's on the short list. Tonali's on the short list. I need Yildiz at Man United one day. I think Yildiz could be like a Bruno type of replacement type of thing. If we go through that route there where we just go get free, you know what I'm saying? I like Xerxes, just unfortunate it never worked out. Same with, I'm with you. Nagelsmann ain't not gonna lie. If it's not Enrique, I'm keeping Carrick. Yeah, Nagelsmann's another risk. Nagelsmann is the same as basically. It's like getting Ruben in it. A lot of people are saying, because they're saying he's the best person not in the country. So you're gonna take another risk by bringing him in, etc. It is where it is. The board should go all out for Enrique. If that full fails, it's certain that they can keep Carrick back in. Yeah, it's true. Mitch, what's your thoughts on Nathaniel Brown? Word on the street, he's mint, very attacking on the left side. I haven't watched the youth play. Bro, I've watched a little comp of him. They got a comp of him with Lamine Yamal. They said he locked up Lamine Yamal. He looks okay. You know what I'm trying to say? He looks okay. Like, he didn't look nothing special to me. But like I said, I don't go off comps like that. I don't take comps too serious anymore. Because I've looked at Dallo. He's got a comp and he looks amazing. Go type in Diogo Dallo on YouTube and he's got a crazy comp. Onana's got a comp of all the saves that he does. So everyone looks amazing, bro. So I don't know, but I'm not too sure on him. Yeah, definitely gonna mod everyone up, man. Don't worry. So as soon as I find the time, I'm just gonna mod up everyone. Anyone that I see in the list that I see on a regular is modded. Would you replace Xerxes with Ollie? Who's Ollie? What, Watkins? You can only be talking about Watkins with Ollie. And who's Ollie, bro? That's got to be Watkins. And if it's Watkins, no way. There's no way. What's the point? But then again, Watkins has had a poor season, but to have someone that can come off the bench that can do something, maybe that goes without saying. Because Xerxes, they're not even letting him come off the bench. It's literally like, don't even bring him off the bench. Like, there's no point. So I don't know, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. Look at this. So, oh shit, this is a little bomber. Look at that. Look at this now. This is a little bomber from the number one journalist for Newcastle News. This is Newcastle's number one journalist, as you can see. Northeast reporter, yeah? Number one journalist, is Keith. And he's come out on his YouTube and he said a few things, of course, and he's put on his YouTube. Sandro Tonali, more likely to leave Newcastle this summer. Man United interest is real, but not guaranteed. Bruno G, much less likely, especially to United. He'll stay longer, even if Newcastle miss out on Champions League. So he's saying the Tonali thing seems, and that's what I've just showed you, lot. You know what I'm trying to say? I've just showed you that. More likely to leave Newcastle this summer. Man United interest is real, but not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? And what I think about the Tonali thing is what I just showed you, lot, is the 3-man shortlist. We want Anderson because there's all this noise about Anderson might go to City. If we don't get Anderson, we go for Tonali. If we don't get Tonali, we go for Wharton. You see what I'm saying? We've cut the shortlist down. Anderson's the #1 target. We've known that for months. So that's why he's saying he's not sure it's guaranteed, because if we say we go for Anderson, he says yes. We don't know if he's going to say yes or no. All the talk that's coming out is saying Anderson, he hasn't made up his mind yet. He's trying to get Nottingham Forest out of relegation at the moment. He doesn't want to pick a team yet. And then he wants to go to the World Cup, and then he will make up his mind once he's back from the World Cup. So we don't know what's going on. So we might go for Anderson and he says yes. If he says yes, Tonali, peace. They don't want Tonali if they get Anderson. Then they go and get Baleba, 1, 2, 3. That's what makes sense. So that's why he's saying Man United's interest is real, but not guaranteed, because we can turn around after we've got Anderson and say, Tonali, peace. We're cool. We don't want it. We don't want to go there. But then again, I reckon it's like that. I reckon it's Anderson, Tonali, then it's Wharton. I think Wharton's the end of that. I don't think you get Wharton over Tonali. I think you get Tonali first. I think it's, yeah, Anderson, Tonali, then Wharton. So that's the situation. And Bruno G, like I showed you lot as well. So everything is kind of making sense from what I've showed you lot, because that's what came out from Nathan Soul. It said, we've reduced it to Tonali, Elliot Anderson and Wharton, and it's unlikely they will move for Bruno G, as Newcastle want to keep him. That's what Nathan Soul said yesterday. Newcastle want to keep him. It's unlikely. And then the Newcastle journalist, the #1 journalist for Newcastle, has came out and said, Bruno G is staying. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's staying regardless, and he will stay even if they missed out on Champions League. See what I'm saying? It's all making sense now. Bruno G's 28. They're going to want an arm and a leg. He's their captain. Come on, bro. Tonali, he's let it known I want a cut. He's let his agent come out here and say things. So that's the situation, man. That's the situation. So it's heating up, bro. But it's good we got that little bomber. I told you, lot. Anything that comes out, we get it straight away. Literally. You lot don't get this nowhere else, bro. You get people with they just put the camera to their face. You don't get to see what's going on from the reliable ones or not. Big up the boy Heaven. Heaven's trained with the England's first team for the first time today. Heaven, part of the England under-20 squad, was one of the several players invited to support Thomas Tuchel's side ahead of Friday's game versus Uruguay. Standard practice, and he's still expected to travel with the under-20s, but he's obviously trained with them. We saw that with Shea Lacey as well. He trained with them as well time ago. So it's just something that happens sometimes. It is where it is. So we'll see what happens with that situation there. So look at this now. Let's get into the left wingers, and not even the left wingers, the left flank. So the left side of Man United, because you know right now, the left side is terrible. We've got Luke Shaw. He don't really do much. He's more defensive than going forward. Cunha does his thing, but he's more drifts inside and whatnot. So we need to get the left side going bananas. And as you can see, Yandi Amande is our top target still, but we still don't know what's going on with him when it comes to Liverpool. Vivell put that to us and said, this is the guy we should go for. They said he's £100 million. We said, bro, we're not paying that. 85 million, 100 million euros, 85 million pounds. And we've only known this geezer for about 3 months. That's what they said about Yandi Amande, bro. They said he's 100 million euros, 85 million pounds, and no one's known the geezer until 3 months ago. So we said, no, we're not going to do that. But then there's talks that the price is looking to drop. I think it was Ben Jacobs that came out and said that the price is due to drop soon or something. There we go, Ben Jacobs. The clubs in the race for Yandi Amande believe Leipzig are grandstanding, and the price they will hold out for will be around 60 and 80 million euros rather than 80 to 100 million. So that 86 million pounds that they kept putting out there in January was just a January thing. Listen, you come now, you overpay. Simple as that. And that's what a lot of clubs do. Like, that's normal. You come and you bother us in January and you make us have to run around and replace him. We want some money on top for the inconvenience, which goes without saying. So now the price is going to drop to 80 million pounds. That's about what? What's 80 million euros, sorry. 80 million euros. What is that in pounds? It's got to be probably about 72. Is that about 72, 73 million? 69. £69 million. So that's £69 million. Semenyo was 65. Come on, bro. And he's 19. He's obviously, a lot of people are sitting there and saying they don't want him. They'll rather NJ because he's prem proven, but we just don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? I've watched comps of him and he looks good. And I've watched him, like, I've watched the full game, Ivory Coast, because that's what I don't really like comps. I like to watch full game, and he looks like a good player. But he's high on our list. And Vivel has kept saying, yeah, you lot, we need to get this player. But there's all these talks about his dad's a Liverpool fan. He might end up at Liverpool. Salah has came out and said he's 100% leaving now. And he's meant to be their top target. So, you know what I'm trying to say? It might go without saying where he goes to Liverpool. Who knows? Njai is also a player that we're monitoring in that position. We're looking at Njai in January. Same thing. And they wanted about 70 million. Same thing, I'm telling you. You see, when it gets to January, everyone just charges what they want. This geezer isn't on Semenyo on that level when it comes to goals. Listen to what I'm saying. Goals. When they negotiate, they talk about goals, etc. So Mbuma, we paid 66 plus 6. He scored 20 goals. Semenyo went for 65. He had the most goals and assists or something at that time in January in the league. 65. Njai isn't on that level when it comes to goals. So we can go and negotiate. Yo, you can't ask for 70 million. You've gone mad. 60 million or 65 and we'll take him. But I'll show you how much times we've been linked with the boy Njai. We've been linked with him so much. This is January the 27th. Dean Jones Soccer came out and said something about it. I'm going to talk about that one. February the 9th, Arsenal are ready to battle Man United. Blah, blah, blah. February. And this is Njai himself. What's the favourite stadium that you've played in? He says, Old Trafford. The atmosphere, the size, when you were growing up, the stadium is where you wanted to play. Is that a little, what are you trying to do? Is that a little, yo, I need to get over there. That's a stadium I love. February the 25th, a lot of people are comparing which one do you want, etc. Ben Jacobs speaks about him. This is a list that came out about our left wingers, who we want in March the 8th. So look at that. That's about 2 weeks ago or something. Man United exploring several left wingers. Njai, Diamande, Rodriguez, Godot, Barcola. That's the list that was in there literally about 2 weeks ago. Obviously, since then, it's kind of changed. But I reckon they're going to go for the Prem proven thing first. But Vivel sometimes has a say, like he had with Sesko. Nah, let's go for him instead. He's younger. He's got more. You know what I'm saying? I remember with Yan Diamande, he's dogs with Ahmad. They've got the link over there. And it's just like he come out here and said, let me let you lot know, for starters, I'm not a Liverpool fan type of thing. My dad is. So he tried to break that down and let everyone know. I'm not sure about that. So we don't really know, man. But there's been a lot of talks, as you can see. Yan Diamande is high on Man United's list for the left winger this summer. United have been monitoring him since January and could move early for him. Njai is also being monitored. So basically, this is what we've done in every position, as you can see. We're linked with one player, and then we've got the other player there. So we try and go for them players and let them know, yo, we saying, do you want to come to Man United or not? Yes or no? And if they say no, we go for someone else straight away. That's what we're trying to do. That's what it seems like. So Njai seems like the second in command. That's being real. Because they're probably going to be around the same price. Yan Diamande is going to be 69 million, it's looking like. Also, Njai is probably going to be around that, 65. Everton, remember, they tried to bump us with Branthwaite. They're not really good with selling. You know what I'm saying? They're on a different thing. So it is where it is. A lot of people will pick Njai over Diamande because he's Prem proven. But this seems like it's something definitely going to come from one of them two. That's what it seems like. So it is where it is. We'll see. So that's the list there. And then it says that left back, Lewis Hall is on the list. And obviously, the Nathaniel Brown is someone that we're really looking at. And I've just showed you, lot, Lewis Hall and Nathaniel Brown. We've been linked with that Nathaniel Brown for about 2 months straight, literally. So I don't know what's going on, but left back seems a position. That's why I put in the title. About 7 signings we're looking at. There's so much positions. We just keep getting linked to people. Fabrizio came out and said it himself. He said, Man United will have a big transfer window. You know what I'm trying to say? It's going to be mad. So, bro, I don't know, man. And if we win Champions League as well, we win Champions League. If we make the Champions League, you know exactly what happens. We earn 100 million just off rip. Just for being in Champions League. Just for qualifying, you get 100 million. Then you got Casemiro leaving. That's 375k off the books. 250k, that's gone from Sancho. He's leaving on a free as well. Rashford, that deal's looking like it's more or less done. 315 goes off the wage book straight away. Bro, money's there. And then if we get a 26 million pounds, even if we get a 20 million, so you got the 20 million, you got Bro, just look at that off the wage books alone. 315, 375, 250. That's nearly $1 million off the wage books alone. Maybe over. Just don't, like, come on, man. This is what we're dealing with. And then we're not even talking about Bruno Fernandes and all of these guys yet. Like, Bruno's not going to go. Hopefully he doesn't. But do you know what I'm trying to say? So this is what's going on. So there's a lot of space there, man, for people, man. Remember, when you're getting all these Balebas and that, these were on like 40, 50Ks, something little. So when you even bring them through and say, yeah, 150 or 115, sorry, 120, what Ahmad's on, they're happy with that. You can get 2 free players for the same. You can get 2 free players on 120. Say you get Diamande, Baleba, and someone else. All 3 of them are getting paid less than Casemiro alone. It's crazy. 3 players. So that's the situation, man. That's our left side of the flank, and that's what we're looking at. Yan Diamande's top, and then second in command is obviously Njai, because there's too much links. That there's no smoke without fire in it. And Nathaniel Brown seemed like he's up there. I'm not sure if Lewis Hall's on that list. He'll be too pricey. And you know Newcastle, they got this fake beef with us where I can't see them turning around and trying to sell to us. It doesn't make any sense. Allow it. Look at that. Newcastle are set to sign another striker despite spending 125 million on Wisser and Waltermada. Allow it, man. Allow it, bro. But they talk about PSR. All they talk about is PSR, but they just spent 125 million and they're going to get a next striker now. Crazy. But yeah, let's move on anyway. So that's that anyway. We're also linked with this geezer, and what I'm going to say about him is he's on the list with Baleba, as you can tell. There's the destroyer list. The speed destroyer. João Gomez is on the list for the Believers. And maybe, just maybe, you never know, we might turn around and go for him when we sell Ugarte. So we could go out there, get Anderson. Maybe Anderson don't come, we get Tonali instead. Get Baleba. Ugarte goes. All right, we got 30 million to spend. Where are we going to go? Wolves is in the championship. They need money. Here you go, 35 million. We get João Gomez as well. Mad depth. So you got Baleba and João Gomez going band for band in that DM role. Then you got Anderson and Mainu, or Tonali and Mainu. Like, we've got depth. And this is what we need to have. And this is what a lot of people need to get used to. A lot of their favourite players are probably not going to be able to play every game. You're already seeing the fan base going mad when Sesko don't start or Ahmad don't start. We need to get used to it, bro. You've seen someone like Foden getting 1 minute in the final, bro. Like, City fans don't care. They're just used to it. It is where it is. As long as we win, we win. And even when you look at, like, Amad Diallo, when Ten Hag wasn't playing him and we won 2 trophies, you still celebrated, bro. You didn't care. You never sat there and said, you know what, I'm not going to celebrate because Ahmad ain't playing. No one cared. It is where it is. Bruno G. Man City have shown past interest in Bruno Guimaraes. Man United admire him but rank him further down the list due to a preference for younger profiles. Arsenal, we're looking at him, obviously Edu when he was there. Losing both Guimaraes and Tonali will be catastrophic to Newcastle, making a dual exit unlikely, and any move for Guimaraes complicated and expensive. I think Guimaraes stays there. He wants to be a Newcastle legend, and he's a loyal fan. That's one thing about him. He's a loyal player, and that's what everything that's come out. Like, he will die on the pitch for Newcastle, and they gave him a chance, and blah blah blah. So I think he will end up staying in Newcastle for ages. Still, I'll be real. But it is what it is, man. Big up the boy Tonali anyway, because he wants to leave, and that's the main thing. Martinez is due to be back. There's also talks about Dorgu being back as well for Leeds, which is positive, because remember, Maguire is going to be injured. Maguire can't play that game, and I don't want to see Heaven and Euro play against Calvert-Lewin again. Remember, they played against him last time, and Aronson ended up running past them and scoring the goal. I ain't got time for that, big man. Just put on someone that's going to know what's going on, and then boom. So that's the situation. Martinez should be back for Leeds. There's talks about Dorgu as well. United are considering a training camp away from Carrington once their international players return, as they weigh up how to use 24-day break between games. Crazy, long thing. I can't be in this position again. It's too boring, bro. Literally. And even you can see even our rhythm, how long it takes. Sometimes when we're playing, we start off so slow, man. We need to get back in Champions League, and we need to get back competing, man, and doing things. Trust me. So look at that. This is what came out about Dorgu time ago. Said, yo, Dorgu's injury is going to waste 10 weeks out. We'll see him miss the next 8 games till the international break. United take on Leeds. on April 11th. So it's really Dorgu should be back now. And I see them doing little videos on him on the Man United page. I don't know if they're trying to let us know, look, he's more or less back, etc. So April 11th is when we take on Leeds, and that's when he's meant to be back. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's crazy. When you actually think about it, we take on Leeds on April 11th. It's not even April yet. So you just know it's a long thing until we play that game anyway. So it is where it is. JJ Gabriel, one of the young boys, he's going to be on pre-season. We're trying to show him that, yo, you're going to make yourself get in the first team. You're seeing what Max Dowman is doing and all of that. We think that you're him. You know what I mean? We're going to, don't worry. We've got faith in him. And Fabrizio Romano's come out and said, we're trying to show him and prove to him basically like, yeah, listen, you're going to be the next one up. Trust me, we're going to give you a debut. And we couldn't give him his debut this season, but we was trying to gas him up and let him know. So as you can see, Man United are absolutely buzzing with JJ Gabriel. He's seen as the next best thing in football, similar level as Max Dowman. Man United consider him as part of their future. So he's up there, man. Big up the boy JJ. And he was ripping it up in the under 18s as well. Where is it? Let me show you lot. Look at that. This was in February. He's 15 years old in the under 18s. The top goal scorer. I don't know what's going on now, if he's still the top goal scorer or not. But at 15 years old, he shouldn't be the top goal scorer, bro. That just shows how talented this guy is. And he's a winger. He's not even a striker, which is crazy. Luke Shaw, we're not really sure about him. He's got 1 year left, obviously. June 2027 is when he's done. That's when his contract runs out. I don't think we're going to give him a contract extension, but we're saying him missing out on a World Cup and having a full pre-season to be fully fit for next season is perfect for him. But I don't think we give him a next contract. I think he's actually been all right this season. I don't think he's been bad, but I think it's time to cut ties with him. Remember, this is the only season that he's not been injured. He's played literally every game, which is mad when you actually think about it. You know what I'm saying? So he hasn't been that bad. He's been all right, but bro, come on, man. It's looking like we're in for a left back. Dorgu's a left back, so that's 2 left backs already where you can give Luke Shaw his little rest anyway. But so we'll see what happens with Luke Shaw, man. But I think we need to just, give last season, let it be farewell. Leave it as that, bro. There's no point going in and keep going for it. So that's the more or less it, man. And this is the Tonali news, of course. Someone asked me about Tonali. He's on our list, in the short list, but it just says prizing him away from Newcastle will not be easy or cheap, with a potential fee comparable to Declan Rice or Moses Caicedo. Arsenal have been linked for months, but would need sales to comply with PSR, bro. So they're talking about 100 million for Tonali. That's never going to happen, bro. He's not an 100 million player. I understand the AEs and all of that. This is what it's become to now, but 100 million. Come on, bro. And he's a man that's got a lot of pace. He passes forward and he runs up and down. I don't think 100 million is that. Let's be real. You know what I'm going to say? I think that's a bit of a bump still. I'm going to get a few of these comments, my peoples, and then we'll get into, I'll quickly run through the last bit of the news and then bam. But yeah, Tonali, definitely not a 100 million player. And even when you look at, like, you compare him and that, like, he scored 2 goals this season, and that was from, what was that from? Against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, or was it the FA Cup or whatever it was? Like, he's not, come on, man. 100 million, bro. You got to bring more to your game. So cool. De Zerbi will lose his shit at Spurs and manage trying to manage those players. Trust me, that's not going to last, bro. That De Zerbi thing is a myth. I'm telling you, bro. Wherever he goes, he's going to lose his mind. Tonali wants to go to Italy, but his price will make, trust me, it's not going to happen. I think Anderson will most likely heading to City. That's what everyone's saying, but Ben Jacobs and a few other journalists have came out today and said, yo, it's not 100% he goes City. He hasn't let it be known yet where he wants to go. And he's saying he don't even want to talk about where he's going yet. He wants to focus on getting Forest at the relegation zone, and then after that go to the World Cup. So he's saying, imagine it comes out right now. Man United have agreed terms with Anderson, and he's there trying to get his team out of relegation. They're going to look at him. The manager might say, bro, you're not even going to be here anyway. Let me not even start you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's how toxic it could get. Bruno G was an improved contracting. The what? Yeah, I come to terms with leave as Tonali unless Bruno G asks us. You know what it is? You said that, and I believe it as well. I saw something like that as well from Andy Mitten. He said, Bruno G, I think it might be a thing where he's trying to get his contract renewal. But this article came out, and these are the ones that kind of started the whole thing about Bruno G. Remember, UOL, that's a Brazilian source. And then Fabrizio Romano came out and said, what UOL said is true. It's 100%. And he said, look, Bruno Guimaraes has made it clear to Newcastle that he doesn't want to talk about no sort of negotiations until after the World Cup. All he wants to do is get fit and then start performing well for club and country and be in peak condition for the World Cup. And then he can speak to them. But if he wants to go, he'll let them know. So that's what I'm saying. What you said about the new contract, I thought it too, because I'm like, Andy Mitten's come out and said he hasn't heard nothing about it. And Andy Mitten is reliable. He only speaks about Man United. You know, some of these journalists will come out and speak about 100 different things. Andy Mitten's not on that. He will only come out and speak about United. So look at that. This is what he came out and said. Look, I saw Bruno Guimaraes' story recently. I have not heard anything from my sources on that. I was up in Newcastle last week. I didn't hear anything there. I suspect, but cannot prove, that it's coming more from his side in regards of negotiating a new contract. So exactly what you said is what I believed as well. And this came out, look, on the 23rd, 2 days ago. So I believed it as well. But then there's talks that he doesn't even want to have a new contract right now. So I don't know who to believe, man. But he's too old for us anyway. That's what we're saying. We're saying he's 28. He's bottom of the list. And they don't want to lose him anyway. So we'll see. We'll have to cut it down to 3 midfielders with Anderson already looking to go Man City. I think it's Tonali then. I think it's Anderson, Tonali, then Wharton. I think that's the list. It's like that. It goes in a row. Guaranteed to win, sure champs will have a chance to sign Tonali. Why no Barcola? We've got Barcola links. He's on the list when it comes to the left wingers. Barcola is on the list with Yandi Amande and all of that. But I think he's third in command. And remember, it's not even about the Barcola links. It's Barcola turning around and saying, yeah, I want to leave. Does Barcola want to leave PSG? I know he doesn't really play over there like that. But these are the links to him. Look, we got linked with him. He's on the list. He's on the short list. But is he going to turn around and just say, I want to leave PSG? I can't see him leaving. I swear he came up from the academy or something. Or did they buy him? I don't even know. But I just can't see him just leaving PSG. Remember, some of them, sometimes it's not about if they're playing every game, you know. It's about how they are in the dressing room if they love. Remember, someone like Zerbi, he didn't mind staying at Man United. He loved it there. You see him, we're winning at Anfield. He's hugging and lifting up the coach. Sometimes they don't even care. It's just about the connection they got to the club. You know what I'm trying to say? So look at Barcola. Boy, he's in the greens, boy. He's doing loads over there. Look at that. He's having it all his own way over there, boy. That was 10 games ago. But yeah, did he come up from the academy? No, he's at Lyon. They bought him from Lyon. Look at that. September 2021. So he came up from Lyon's academy and then they bought him over there. But I just can't see him leaving, man. I think he's comfortable over there. I see they made a tune for him and all of that. I don't know, man. Obviously, you could never say no, innit? He could end up leaving in the end. But I just think, like, I think they've put him under, it's not an 100% that he will leave. So he's third on the list. It's definitely Yandi Amande, Njai, Dennis Barcola, probably. I don't know about this Godot and this geezer here, Ray Rodriguez. I don't really know about them. I don't know if they're good, bad, nothing. I don't really watch outside the Prem. So I don't know. But we'll see. Apparently, the Zerbi will be Spurs manager. Yeah, that's what it's seeming like. Price dropping means more contenders. But who's the contenders, though, when you think about it? You're talking about Yandi Amande. When you talk about the contenders, it's only really us, Tottenham and Liverpool. When you actually look at it, Tottenham, come on, bro. No one ain't going there. No way Newcastle let us snatch their chains like that. Yeah, I think it'll be one of them. I think it'll only be Tonali, if anything. They won't. So who ain't going nowhere? Saka replacement will be Elise, I think. Nah, no way. Smash the likes, people. Saka's not leaving Arsenal. All right, Man United, big up yourself, man. Smash the likes, everyone, man. Come on, man. Let's get these likes up, man. You know we're always here, man, with the United news. We need to move fast in the summer. Bro, it seems like we're planning. The masses. We're planning already. We're planning ahead. Every day, more things are coming out and basically just putting a stand on whatever we know already. So just confirming it. That's all it is. Like this Njai and Yandi Amande, I've showed you, lot. There's loads of articles saying the same thing. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is Yandi Amande. Look how much times we've been linked with him. That can only say that there's something going on. Look how much times we've been linked to this geezer. When did it start? Look, let's go down. We keep going down. Look, we're still going down. Look, when have we started being linked with him? December the 12th, Man United. Look at that. Man United, like December the 22nd. And every other day, there's something about him. Man United left targets from Ben Jacobs, Diamande, Fabrizio Romano, Diamande. Look at that. Crazy. So when you look at something like that, look, even Fabrizio, look, someone's put Instagram, MUFC family. Old Trafford bound. Fabrizio Romano's liked it. Come on, man. We're already letting it be known what we want. And it seems like for every position, we've already got the targets that we want, the top targets, second and third. So Yan Diamande's top when it comes to the left wingers. After that, it's Njai, and then it's probably someone else. And you see what we're on. Give them a multi 50. We can't really spend them out. We did on Konya and Boomers for Diamande due to competition. Try. Yeah. Prem proven is BS. Get best talent. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Xerxes leaves Konya, striker option. We need 2 left wingers, getting Jai and Diamande, but we are not. Glenios. You love that Glenios one, innit? It's crazy. We should have got Gomez in the winter, to be honest. We could get it for cheaper now. Gomez, we get it for about 30 million. Wolves, we could get him for about 30 million. If Ugarte goes, let's say Ugarte goes to Galatasaray, 20 million. Bro, add a 10 million and they get Gomez as a second thing to Baleba. I will take Fernandes from West Ham over Gomez from Wolves. Big up Metro. Oh, man said Metro. Love what you're doing. Big up yourself, Nathan, man. I hope you're good, bro. What do you mean Tonali's not 100 million? Nah, I don't think Tonali's worth 100 million. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? Rice was 105 million. Yeah. I know Rice was that, but I don't think he's worth that. That's just me. It's not the spending part. It's dealing with Newcastle. It's true. They're going to want an arm and a leg, and they hate us. They use that team we call United. You know they got this mad beef of us. They're going to want an arm and a leg from us. Bruno G's agent's been trying to get him an improved contract. Tonali's the one that can get sold. I reckon that's true. Tonali ain't never got the hype now. Lewis Hall, that's the one. What's up? Big up yourself, fun show, man. I hope you're good, man. Diouf, I like him. I think my man, we should be looking at him still. Diouf as a left back. I would remember we're watching him so we can see what we're getting. This Nathaniel Brown we're getting linked with. I don't know what we're gonna get, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So let me run through it anyway. So whoever's just come in the chat can see exactly what's come on, what's happened recently. So basically, for the left back situation, we're looking at Lewis Hall's names come up. I don't know why. I don't think we go and get him, but we'll see. So we're looking at Lewis Hall and we're looking at Nathaniel Brown. He's the top target. We've been getting linked with him for ages now. I don't know why. It started in Germany. Now it's hitting Sky Sports. Daniel Kahn. This is Sky Sports now. So there's something brewing with this Nathaniel Brown geezer. 52 million Frankfurt. I don't know. Lewis Hall apparently is in there as well. When it comes to left wingers, Yan Diamande is our top target from the beginning. Vivell has apparently said he's the one that we need to go for. Trust me, I know him, blah, blah, blah. So that's who we're going for. But he might end up going to Liverpool. He might end up going somewhere else. Bayern Munich, apparently they're looking at him as well. So I don't know. But Njai is the second in command. So if we miss out on Yan Diamande, we'll go probably for Njai. That's the situation. It's not too bad choices to have, to be honest. And look at this. We had this about Nico Williams about a week and a half ago. Man United have added Nico Williams to their list. But guess what? Guess what, peoples? Yan Diamande is still their #1 target. This is a Spanish source saying that. Spanish source saying they want Williams as well. He's on the list. They've monitored him and whatnot. But Yan Diamande is the #1. That's who we want. We don't want no one else. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with that one there. We get to the 3-man shortlist for the midfielders. It's only been cut down to Tonali, Anderson, and Wharton. So one of them. There's not 2 from there. It's only one of them will come. And I reckon Anderson is top. That's what's being said everywhere. Anderson is our front runner. That's the first guy we want. If we can't get Anderson, I reckon then we get Tonali. If we don't get Tonali, then we go for Wharton. That's what I reckon happens. It's like that. Anderson's first. Hope we put all our eggs in Anderson. That don't go through, no problem. Tonali, that's the guy that we want. If that don't go through, Wharton. We end up with someone either way. So that's the situation. Bruno G's not on that list. It's unlikely we'll move for him. Newcastle want to keep him. And he kind of wants to stay anyway. And he's a man that he's loyal to them and he wants a new contract apparently. So it is what it is. Then we got the boy Baleba. Baleba is separate. Look at that. Baleba is viewed as separate to the 3-man shortlist to replace them. He's on his own team. So he's coming regardless. So we got Baleba on one side. So basically we're going to get Anderson and a Baleba. Something like that. But if it's not Baleba for some weird reason, we can go and get João Gomez. So you see the second list. The second list is the DMs, got a bit of pace, young destroyers. People that's going to win the tackles, maybe run up with the ball a bit. You know what I'm saying? Baleba, maybe Mateus Fernandes might even be in this list. Who knows? But João Gomez is definitely in this list with Baleba. So there's 2 different lists. There's one that's going to have the guy that's going to probably go band for band with Mainu. And then there's one that's going to go band for band with Ugarte, and Ugarte might go and then we go and get someone else. So Baleba is in there regardless, and we're looking at getting Baleba before the World Cup. There's talks coming out that's saying, yeah, Man United won him. We might even end up getting him before the World Cup even starts. As you can see here, United hope that we drop in form, that would drop his valuation. Obviously, he's 100 million. Brighton are going mad. We want to get him before the World Cup begins and before we've even announced the head coach. So Baleba's up there anyway, and Baleba wanted to join us when we finished 15th. So I think this deal gets done easy. The managers, a lot of them have been dropped out. Oliver Glasner, Carrick's already beat him as well. Like, look, all of them, they've lost to Carrick. It's crazy. Glasner, Silva, Emery, and Frank, but they think he's outperformed them anyway. The way he's come in and he's just moving and he's done what he needed to do. None of them have gone out there and done anything mad. They're not in there no more. The Zerbi, he's a myth now. He was on our short list, but he's spazzing out. He's quitting. We don't rate him anymore. He is no longer a target, a candidate, sorry. He's not a target for the manager situation, and he's not a candidate. So the camp knows that's why he's putting all these eggs in the Tottenham job, because he ain't going to get no other job. You know what I'm trying to say? And in the Tottenham job, they've got some good players there, and he can get back to a little bit. So it is where it is. And as you can see, our top two targets that are going to rival Carrick are Nagelsmann, who's got the Germany job, which that could be a bit mad, and Enrique, who has obviously got the PSG job. And no one knows, is he going to leave? Is he not? It's still hot and cold. Nobody knows if he's going to leave or not. It's up and down. So it is where it is. We'll see what happens. Elliot Anderson, I just told you lot, he hasn't made up his mind yet. There's no conversations. There's been all this talks about he's going City's the front runners. Sky Sports has come out and said, yo, he hasn't said anything before the World Cup. And then Ben Jacobs said the same thing. He said, yo, he's not going to say anything before the World Cup. He wants to get Nottingham Forest out of the relegation zone first, and then he's going to obviously deal with the World Cup or whatnot. So that's the situation, man, and that's what's going on, my peoples, man. If anything else comes out, you don't know me already, I'll do a 10-minute update around 9, 10 o'clock. So make sure you're there and you see exactly what's going on. If you've missed anything on this show as well, it will be in that 10-minute update, quick, in 10 minutes. So smash the likes if you haven't already, man. Don't be a hater, man. Subscribe if you're new. We're always here. Love my people. Done now.
Someone celebs, pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. But for now, the service beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down.